Okay, hello everybody. For all the ones who don't already know me, I am Marco Bastigliana. I am Robox technician, and I'm here today as your teacher to introduce you the Robox RPE, which is the Robox Fast Executor. This is a tool which could be used to perform many tasks of robot programming. Thanks to RPE, we will handle so much of the Robox kinematics and will leave to the user just an easy code to be written. All the parts related to the structure, all the parts related to the mathematics of the robot is already inside the RPE. RPE is presented like an ELF file, so for you it's just a piece of firmware. No problem, and you will just set it in your project, the same as you make with RPE, the operating system of the Robox. Okay? So, this morning I start in the same way as the other lesson. Let's start from a new workspace, and we will see what happens. For all the ones of you who have already attended the last course of RPE, you will see many similar things, and you will be able to notice the differences because RPE is not the same as just R3 programming. We have something different. So, let's start. I set workspace, new workspace. Of course, before you see this one is RDE, the Robox Development Environment. So I suggest you all to download it from the website and to use it. A new feature of this day, finally, for everyone, is this one, the Robox Software Setup. This is released a few days ago, so it's a total news for everyone in here and everywhere. This one is an automatically update software for you. Here says that there is no new update. Do you want to add it to the catalog? Yes. Here you may see everything. Thanks to this software, you may always be updated with current Robox releases of all the software. Okay? This one is RDE, this one is RDP for the HMI, this one, again, the runtime of the RDP, library, this one is the compiler, and finally, our software setup, okay, itself, the software itself. Okay? So, if you go on the internet and you look for Robox software setup on the website, it could be nice for you to keep always updated on the current version of RPE. So, this is just a little commercial for them. Don't miss it. Okay, now we open RPE and we make the new workspace for today. I call it RPE test. I just select as always my current folder and current names and so on, no problem, and I create. In here I start making again all the things we have seen last time. I created a new connection. I have my address in here, automatically the connection, port number. It's okay. Then, of course, I need the RPE project, the main base of our project. Okay? For all the ones of you who have already attended the RPE course, I hope this is just something obvious. For all the others, please take a look to the video of the last lesson, and which is available in Robox, so you may just call us to share it with you. Maybe it's already on some kind of shared OneDrive folder, but I'm not sure of this. Anyway, if you ask Robox people, you will be granted and you will be given this video. So, now, on today, I start making things easy. Hardware, this is always the RP1, you see here. And we are not using CanOpen. We are not using, not even the second one, allowing me. We are not using DP Slave, We are just simulating. So, this is it. EP network, yes, I enabled only the second. I saw something wrong. I don't know. Yes, I made it wrong in the other part here, I apologize. 192, 100. Yes. Okay, now I just set the EP network in here, and you see I have made the same here to connection. So, I choose it, reset message is on single operation, compiler. Yes, let me check the compiler. I have Robox, I have RPE. Yes, this one. Minimum messages. Yes, I don't want too much stuff. I keep looking at all the other configuration that we have seen last time, just to see they are no ladder. Next year, maybe one day. Feedback. Yes, no can open, no DS1. This one will to have FS, now I will set. I come here and I create the system folder. This system folder, again, like the other time, is used to store the RHW configuration file. Okay. And in here we will put the two firmware of today. I repeat, one is Robox operating system, the RPE, which makes almost everything, the base of working of Robox platform. The other one for today is RPE, okay? So I will put them in here, but I do not include them in the project, since the version may be updated, is almost constantly updated by Robox staff. So it's better to have a fixed version stored in here. We will put it time by time and update it by hand. The user will have to do this. Okay, debugger, program, configuration. Now, I just make something easy. Just an axis, I call this axis 1. They are all the same as the other time, don't be afraid. Transducer. Yes, I put an open toe, I want a nice Robox EMD20. Then the actuator, yes, this one again. It's a very nice EMD20. Position reference, no parameters, I don't care, no filters, I don't care, sum and sum just after 0 cycle, yes. Okay? I have gone so fast on this part because I repeat, this is something we have already seen. Copy and paste, I make axis 2. The same. Great. Okay? For example, you may copy and paste the project of the other time for this part, because as you can see, I am just making things in the same way. I am creating all the stuff, power up the system. The register 100.0 is making the volatile, is making the request for the power set. Enabled, yes, I should put this one, but since today we are just testing, I will have nothing. Here, this one, that can open feedback, and the two axes we have. Yes, this one. Okay, second axis, of course we want both in our power set. Then, maybe, no, for us, so on today, I want to have also another axis. I want to have axis number 3. Let's imagine we have a robot made of just a Cartesian, okay? So, maybe we could do it also with 2, but who cares? I want a 3-1. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. Okay, I created the axis number 3. The structure I want to use in the sample of today is a Cartesian robot, which the three axes are put like, how can I say, Cartesian structure. Initially we say technigrapho, actually you don't know the translation, so just an easy three-axis Cartesian robot. Since I've got the third axis, of course the third axis must be in the power set 2. And okay, and this and this. I repeat, this one is just the structure, an easy structure made by RPE. We have seen the last time. Now I see the general, I see storage, I see Alan, I see nothing interesting for us, okay. Let's see what happens if I generate all. Oh, we have a problem. Transducer, but it's not associated to any node. Who cares? So, we make a new file. Not here, of course. I would really like to understand why the folder is not automatically set in here. Workspace, RPE. Okay, this is our test. Just to have. Okay. Nothing wrong. New file. Okay. I want a feed file. I'll call it cut one. Yes. Now this is something we have already seen. We take this, we take the second, we take the third. Okay. Then, of course, I don't want them to be called the box and something like this. Motor 1. Yes, and it's easier to cancel. Copy and paste. Of course, this one is motor 2. Connect to the cable. And, of course, this one is motor 3. And okay. So, here we have our cut configuration. I just save. I have nothing to put in here, the same as the other time. Just this time we have 3 motors and not just 2. So in here, I put cut, I confirm, and so I can join axis. Axis 1, right, yes, this one. Right, 2. Device 3. I should attach all the parts I know of all of these. I hope the system is clever enough not to stress me too much. Yes. Okay. Easy. Now, of course, I put all of them simulation because, of course, we are just making the sample this morning. Okay? Now, I know I have gone so fast in this initial part, but it was just because this is the structure of the system made in the configuration of RPE. I repeat, if you have any doubts about this part, either you can see the video of the previous lesson, or you may ask questions to me after this lesson about this. Now, we start the new part. We have this structure, we have 3 axes. Now, we create the axis group. To define a robot, we have this idea. New set of axes. Is this one? Yes. Okay. Set of axes, you see, is, how can I say, just the kind of structure, all fixed, all complete, to define a robot, and to define its structure, its parameters. This is what we need to make the system know that we are dealing with a robot. So, for example, this morning, I want a Cartesian, as I told you. Okay? J1, J2, and J3, which are my axes, are Cartesian axes. So, X, Y, and Z. Just these. Okay? So, Cartesian robot, joint, yes, joint motor, none. Now I explain all the things. The name, okay, I call it robot, just for this. This is a 3-axis start robot. Okay? Power set, of course, is power 1. Start mode, I say manual without zero cycle, because the system asks, which is the initial mode in which the robot gets into first boot. I say, let's start in manual without a zero cycle, because of course we have not made a zero cycle yet at the machine boot. Okay? Execution time before the rules. This is because you may test before or after the rules. It depends on what you should do, but actually it is never so much important. One thing that is important for you is that there is no rule. Last time we saw that we make tasks for the general system handling and the rule to control the axis. Now this is one of the main differences. No more. RPE does not have rules. So forget all the things related to rules we have seen the other time. No rules. RPE works on its own. Is made, it's handled by the RPE, by the operating system, and makes the robot move according to all the kinematics we will write, just thanks to the RPE help file in a synchronous way, but without rule. We will just use the task for the general system handling to give orders to the system, to the robot, and to write the kinematics too. Only task 1. Okay? Only one task. You may use more tasks, of course, to share some things, but keep in mind to use only one task to handle the robot kinematics, and no rules. And comments will be, of course, different, related to RPE. Okay? So, when the system says which one is the rule in passive mode, we have no rule. No one. Then I will explain you this part about the passive mode. Then we have the pass of time, 0, 2, but more, 0, 3, yes, 0, 4. Your turn. Okay? So in here we define the name of the axis group, so the name of the robot. I just say it's a robot, don't care. Alternative name, I don't care. Description, this is just a comment. It's enabled, yes, of course. The power set, it's linked directly in this way. So the axis group, the robot knows which one is power set directly. If the power set is up, robot is up. If power set is down, robot has no power. Okay? So, I say the start node is manual, without zeros. We work before rules, but we do not have rules. We may have a rule file for other stuff. Okay? In this case, keep in mind, we would use first the RPE to move the robot, then the rules to move other stuff, maybe bells or something else. I show you again a little video to give you a better idea of what I am speaking about. Okay? The video is almost the same as the other time. We see the moving of this robot. Okay? You see, don't correct me now. We have the axis, which is here, the chain. Did you remember? I introduced again the video for all the people who didn't see it last time. This system has got this huge anthropomorphic robot. Okay, here. 4-axis robot. Then, you see, here the pallet moves thanks to a chain. You see it? I make it show again. See the pallet moving? Here below you see this piece moving. It is a rod chain which moves and brings the pallet to the second position. So, how does it move? The answer is, there is a rule moving this. This is an active, controlled in the same way we saw last time. A rule controls that axis, but not the robot. They are parallel. They are parallel programming. Okay? Rule moves this one. Again, you see it's coming here and now going back. Okay? You see the pallet moving here, and here below you see the motor and the rod moving the pallet and then going back. So, rule moves just this part. The robot is always made by RPE because it's our structure thought for that purpose. Okay? So, keep in mind that we may have these different possibilities in a single program. We may have everything, both rules and RPE. Of course, robot is controlled by RPE, but while the rule will control other stuff. So, of course, the system must know who is moving first. First the robot is more important, then the belt, the rod, the chain is just, how can I say, it's an axis which is moving to give the kick to the robot. But the robot is more important, and for this reason and for other stuff we may write in rules to control light, sound, buzzer and so on. We say, before the RPE, then the rules. So, before. And again, the RPE moves on his own state machine. Last time we saw, we created a program following the Moore theory of the FSM, the finite state machine. So, on today we will always follow that one, which is our religion, we always follow that, but we are not creating this neither in the task nor in the rule. Okay, last time we set R1, which was the operative mode. Okay, the register R1 was our operative mode set in the literature. Today, no, because RPE has got its own state machine. For any question, of course, in the firmware documentation we have everything, the RPE plugin. Okay? What I want to show you, of course, if this window goes away, is the RPE operative mode handling. Okay. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Let me just say confirm, even if it's not complete, then we will use it again. Let's open this big. Okay? RPE is that structure we are making, and is itself a big structure. Okay, the active group, see, has got a lot of very, very interesting parameters. I will introduce you on today, so don't be afraid. The first one we start introducing is the operative mode. You have seen the same last time, okay? We had the mixing power, which was the same we made last time on our program. We have no idle, because of course the robot may be either manual mode, or execution mode. Then we have the zero wait, so an introduction to zero cycle that could be written. Then we have the zero cycle execution. Okay? Then we have the manual without zero. Then we have the passive mode. That means that you may want to create a specific handling for the robot, and in this way you are not using RPE, but you are just giving the position to the robot in another way, maybe with a rule again. Because the motion is very complex, you may want to create a function, mathematical function, to control the robot. And this is not done by RPE. Okay? This way, you will need to have a passive mode. You say, I work with the robot passive, so slave of another function. This is possible, and this is this mode, the operative mode, the passive. Last mode, of course, is disabled, so the robot is disabled. I do not even take into account about power and so on. You see, it's separated from missing power, because missing power is the robot is enabled, but has the power. Disabled is totally not enabled. So, I just show you a little example of passive, okay, passive mode. The passive mode, I said, is the way a robot has to move thanks to a different method. Now maybe I have to look a little bit about this video, but I know I got it. No, maybe it's not here. Okay, no, maybe it's not here, I'm afraid. No, I'm sorry, it's not here. So, just keep in mind that the passive mode is meant to control the robot in the slave mode of something else. But for now, if you use just the typical handling with RPE and RPL, don't be afraid, this is not a problem for you. Keep in mind the typical structure I said before. So, I move again to this one. We have this structure. Either the robot is deactivated, so we don't care about it, or it is activated, and we have something. So, first is missing power. We have switched on the machine, but we have not pressed the voltage, we have no deadman, we have no drive enabled. Power is not present on active and on drive. Missing power. Then we give power on, you see here, and we ask, is the homing already made? At first time, maybe no. So we will go either in wait homing or in manual without zero. Okay? Wait homing is when I just suddenly want to do the homing. But maybe I want to do first a manual motion. To move the robot. I say, okay, I have no zero, but I don't care. I need to move the robot anyway, because maybe I have just unpacked the robot and it is in a bad position. I want to move in a comfortable one. I need to be allowed to do so. And it is the way. Manual, no zero. I have got no limitation on active, because of course, since I have no zeros, actives are free to move in every way. So, this is up to user. Keep in mind that this way is dangerous. You may do motion in stupid way. You could, how can I say, almost destroy the machine. Because if you ask the robot to close a joint more than needed, the motor will push to do so. Keep in mind that, because the robot has got no limitation, no safety, nothing. Because, or better, no the software control on the position. So this may be dangerous. Use it very slow. I suggest to use very slow manual motion on this part. And to do zero as soon as possible. Okay? You switch from manual to wait homing, in which you may do something, and then you make the homing. Then I will explain you the various methods to make the homing. Anyway, after the homing, you see, homing done, we may go either in manual, so no more manual, no zero, we go to manual, or we go to execution of passive mode, according to what we do. So, I hope this is something you already know, the difference among these two. Manual is the one you already have used, the jog, okay? When you take the CPU and you make jog motion on the robot, this one is manual. When you have a certain path, or a certain cycle automatically said inside the machine, you just say start and machine moves, this is execution. Okay? Then keep in mind, again, passive is just to make the robot slave of some kind of rules or other behavior. Don't keep in mind. Execution or manual. Okay? So, these are the operative modes. Almost the same structure as every time, the Moore machine, okay? Questions about that? No? Okay. I hope you are all following this or understanding. But of course it is the same structure as the other time, and I hope it is a structure you already know on your own. So, anyway, you may go in the manual, see this and have a little review of this. You see a little interesting explanation. Good for you. After the operative mode of this one, we will set some parameters. The robot has got, as I said, its structure. We have the operative mode, which is the current. But when we change the mode in the actual program, you remember we just set the R operative mode, the register we were using for the operative mode, and we were just writing this. We were saying if manual is enabled, R operative mode equals to manual in stop. This way, let's give the RPE a higher priority in this, a higher control. Is higher than programming hierarchy. We may just ask a certain model. RPE, if matches all the conditions, will allow us to change. So we never write operative mode. You see, it's read-only, RO. Read-only. We are never allowed to write. If you try to write the operative mode of the access group, you will get an error while programming and compiling. You are not allowed. You only are allowed to write the request mode. You ask the system to change. If it is allowed, you change. Otherwise, you don't. Okay? This is another little difference that you have to keep in mind. Then we have some interesting flags we can use. There are many things in here. I suggest you not to touch them too much, apart from what's set by Robox or set by the programmer itself. If you are programming from zero on your own, read the manual, read the bits, and don't be afraid to ask us about their meaning. They are very important. They have got many possible use, but you may do many damages, so keep in mind what you are doing. Then the status. It is interesting to know the status of the machine. Again, we have some bits. Acceleration, active in position, active holded, active stopped, and so on and so on, stop, and so on and so on and so on. Then, what can you see? Something interesting. The joint coordinates. In a robot, you have a certain number of joints, okay? You may want to know the joint coordinates, the joint quotes. These ones are here, QJ. You will ask robot.qj square the parentheses number, from 1 to the number of joints. For example, when you use the effort ER20 model, you have 6 joints, correct? Yes, so you will be allowed to ask robot.qj square the parentheses from 1 to 6. Okay? This is an example. Then, QC, Cartesian code, already done the conversion from joint to Cartesian. The system gives to you already the Cartesian information of the robot. We will use them and you will see in the sample. Then the tool quote, the same. Then feed, joint feed, Cartesian feed, okay? It's very interesting to see them. Then Wutan and Atan, they are the tangential. So, when you move the tool itself, you just want to see the tangential speed and acceleration of the point of the tool, the point itself. It is something you may see because there could be limitations on that parameter. Then max stroke. Again, if joint 1 is able to move a robot around between minus 180 and plus 180 degrees, here is where you have to write. Max stroke, joint 1, 180. Maybe sometimes you don't reach 180, okay? You reach 170, 175, something like this. So, you write this. Minimum stroke, again, minus 175 or what you write. Maximum speed, acceleration, jerk. These are all the kinematics parameters of your robot, okay, of the joint. Then you may set Cartesian, mass to speed, acceleration, and jerk of Cartesian motion, okay? Then some interesting flags. These ones are very useful and very friendly for you. These are the ones you may use to change the manual control of the robot. Okay? For example, you see, you may use a slow. The slow is very interesting. I will use it in the sample of this morning. You press the slow to suddenly multiply by 0.1 the speed of the robot. It is very, very useful, for example, in the manual no zero. Okay? When I said before, we have the mode which is manual no zero, for the manual before having done zero. And they said that it is very dangerous. I suggest always to start the motion in this way. You enable that bit, you reduce the speed to 0.1, you move very slow. You see the direction is correct, then you take it out and you move fast. So imagine the robot is close to a wrong, dangerous position. You make this, you don't know if you have to move forward or backwards. You try, you put this to 0.1, you move slow, you see it's wrong, stop, you go opposite, you see it's correct, you take it out, you go away in the correct speed. Otherwise you break the robot. It is very good to move the robot when you do not know the sign of the motion, positive or negative. Keep in mind this is very important not to break the robot. I will use it in the sample of today, so you will see it. Then, this one, interesting, Cartesian. You enable that bit to move Cartesian instead of joint. When I ask jog 1, what is jog 1? Is common to jog to axis 1. But we may have two different ones, or even more. Joint 1 or Cartesian 1, which is x. Okay? Cartesian axis 1 is x. Y is number 2, Z is number 3. Then we have the 3 locations. Correct? So, cart is to change from joint to Cartesian. Then tool to move according to tool coordinate system. Motor. Some kind of joints are related to more than one motor. Okay? In the sample of the robot I showed you before and I show you again, because it's one of the few videos I have, but here I see it better. You have to see, I try to move to a more comfortable place where I have made the video. I remember I did. Okay, here. Take a look to the robot structure. You see here, behind, there is that bar. Okay? That bar is made to move the axis number 3. This one. You see, there is no motor on joint number 3. Do you see? No motor. If I move back, when the robot was down, look, there is no motor here. Just a leverage moving them. But we have two motors. Number 2, which is this one, and number 3, which is this one. Now you see, number 3 moves the leverage here. Okay? So, question. Joint number 3, which is this one, how is controlled? How many axes have got influence on the position of joint 3? So, you may say, motor 3, of course. If I move motor 3, I move the leverage. And the leverage makes the axis, the joint 3, to move. But motor 2 has got influence too. Because motor 2 is this one. Okay? This is joint 2. The other side, I make you see again. This one is motor 2. Lifting all the leverage here, you see? So, if I move either motor 2 or motor 3, I have influence on joint 3. One joint, two motors. If I have to move joint 3 in the kinematics of this structure, I will have to set that 2 motors are making kinematics for this. If I move 3 and not 2, not together, I will make something very wrong. They have to move both. You see, to make the arm go down, I make joint 2 to go down, joint 3 to go up. Or down, it depends on the time.
The second model.
Yeah?
You have jump 2, jump 3.
Yeah?
After the third model to come to the jump 3.
The third motor? Yes, great. Only motor 2 controls the bar. Okay, this one. We know this one is the second, the arm of the robot, okay, let's say. The arm is just controlled by motor 2. Okay? You see, the motor 2 in here has got a shaft which controls the bar, the arm of this robot, okay? Okay, this is a come-out structure, you see. This one moves to this one. So, the joint 2 of the motor is only controlled by motor 2. But since in here we have no direct motor put, but we have this leverage, you understand that if I take hold motor 3, I don't move, but I move motor 2, the leverage is making some kind of motion like this. I say number 3 is locked, but I move number 2, you see that to make this, I lift the arm, the forearm. This is the forearm, okay? Maybe this one is the forearm. I only move motor 2. I still make the 3 want to move. If this one goes up and this one is hold in position, this is moving counterclockwise. You see mechanically this. It is almost what happens in here. You see? When I lift up, the bar is lifting. Almost number 3, let's say that is almost hold, because 2 is making all the motion. Then 3 is able to make orientation 2, but to lift, I use number 2, C. Then I use number 3 to make it, to control the angle. Again now, you have seen it better here, when it goes down, C. 2 goes down, and 3 follows. You see? They move together to move down this one, but not to change this angle. They move together. Okay? So, it is possible in many robots that you will see this. Here in airport I have seen you should not have this kind of structure. But maybe I didn't see it yet. Maybe you have something like this. I saw that you just have how can I say, a simple anthropomorphic structure for your robot. Okay? So, every motor has got one joint. But keep in mind that it is possible this structure too, a leverage. Not to put too much weight on the final part in this one, okay? You may choose to put all the motors down and use leverage. This way you may have something lighter in here. Okay? Because otherwise the constructor would have just to put motor 3 here and make it easier. He didn't to make it light, to have less weight on the structure. Okay, the motor is heavy. To put the motor up means to have a stronger structure. So, to have something less weight, less heavy, we put all the motors down and just the leverage to move. But of course we have a more difficult kinematics. Okay? Is it clear? I hope so. Just keep in mind that it is possible. So, you may choose the motor flag in here for the manual motion of the single motor. This is a nice way to see that some kind of this phenomena is happening. If you move one motor and the system doesn't move as you expect, this means that mechanically there is something different you have to take into account. So you have to go to your mechanical colleagues and strangle them because they didn't tell you the right mechanics, okay, about this. So, you may be allowed to move single motors. If you have no plugs, by default you move joints, so the structure will already move the correct motors to move a single joint. Then you may have Cartesian, tool, and something like this. Keep in mind that they are important. I'm not going to show all of these other in the sample of today, just the first. But keep in mind that they exist. They are very useful for you to test, to debug, to see if the robot is correctly moving. Very, very important. Okay? Manual flex. Important. Then we have the manual jogs, which are just the jog command. Here I have nothing to say. I press jog, I move the axis. I let the jog, the axis stops. This is it. Then, okay, we have the parameters we want to move the manual, so speed joint, acceleration joint, deceleration joint, jerk, Cartesian speed, acceleration, deceleration, jerk. Just all the parameters to know how to move the robot. You have to feed them. Then the feed rate. Yeah, the internal feed rate of system. Important. One is complete feed rate, normal feed. You may put a number which goes from 0 to 1 to make it move slower. For example, okay? Use it. It's very nice to use the feed rate when you have to change something and you don't want to change parameters, just to load down the feed rate. If you have it in the CPU, it's on the top right corner, the feed percentage. It's the same, the feed rate. Keep in mind this, use it. Then other very, very interesting things for zero cycle, and so on and so on and so on. We have the number of moves in queue. When you set so many moves to the robot makes a queue motion. And here you have the number, for example. When you execute a task, you have the current position and the total length. So you may see one respect to the other to know how much is needed to the end. Okay? Something like this and something and so on. So, a lot of parameters. If you take projects already made by robots, they are already set, so don't be afraid. In the project, for example, for the RPL, they are all already set. If you want with this, don't worry, they are already made. Nothing for you. Just keep in mind that they exist, and that one day you may want to change them, you may want to work on them. Or if you want an application of your own, RPE, that is something they suggest you so much for customers, when we will put effort robots on maybe some lines, maybe now that we people of robots are here and we are going to make lines together with you, we will have effort robots and we will use RPE to program them. So maybe some of you will be took in charge to make that. So this is important for you maybe to keep being updated on this and to keep know what's happening inside. Even if maybe me, Yuhao, Shalom, and our Robox people, we are the ones in charge of the program, you maybe will have to do some maintenance sometime. And so, if the maintenance is asking also some modification in software, you may be asked to do so. Maybe. I don't know this. Maybe. This. And so, keep in mind that possibility. So, pay attention on this. Okay? So, now let's take this out and go back to set the axis group itself. This is the first page. We set no rule for the passive mode. I don't use. Before the rules to the execution. Okay. No zero cycle. Okay. Then motor joint. Here we can set some kind of structure. As we said before, there are some kind of difficult joints, mechanically set, which may request more motors. Some structures are already saved by a robot. For example, the cross robot. Okay? The cross robot is an example of robot which uses two motors and the belt to make the motion of the head. Okay? This one is an example. I have got the video, so I am really happy. Okay. Let's see if this works. No, this is not here. What's going on? Okay. See, this is a cross robot moving. Okay? This is making a pick and place task. Okay? I hope to see. Okay, see the head. Here you see. This is the head of the cross robot. The two motors are put on the side, one right, one left. They move the belt. Only the belt. Okay? I make you see a picture, maybe better, maybe here. You see, this one is one motor and moves the belt. Now I'm looking at the head. Okay. Here you see. Left, here you have one motor. Here, a robot CMD. This one is the second motor. Okay, put on the right. The motor only moves the belt. According to the belt, the head of the robot moves. Okay? I've got, okay, you see, the belt moves, all the rollers. It is a very nice structure made by Italpar, customer of ours. Okay? You see the structure and this model. I want you to understand this. This is a possible structure that we use for the robot. In this way, you understand it is complex mechanically because you move one robot and you move the belt in some way, and maybe the robot goes in diagonal way. It is what happens. You have to move both robots to take up the belt to make it to go up. All going in the external way to go down, and like tank, how can I say, you know, the military tank, while they move, they have, I don't know the name of cingoli in Italian. The way they move, they do not have a wheel, you know. Guys, are you here? Okay, let's look for a tank. Okay? Okay, you see, the tank has got no wheel. It's got this one, cingolo, I don't know the name of this, okay? This is made in the same way. We have the motor which moves in the same way to move all the belts of cingolo, the chain, okay? And you have two ones, okay, one by side. The motion of the tank and the orientation is made according to the rotation of the two belts, the two chain belts, okay? But every belt, imagine to have two motors, one here and one here, they have to move together to move the chain, otherwise they destroy the belt. Okay? In the same way, the cross robot works. Okay? So, it moves. I would really like to see a movie of this, but of course, I am a bad person. Oh, finally I've got a complete video. See the robot moving. Unfortunately here we don't see the mechanics, but you see, this is almost a fast motion. It is moving in a Cartesian way, even if its structure is very, very complex. Okay? This robot is creating chance of, how can I say, shower gel almost. Okay? It is creating a chance. The structure is that one, and it's described by this model. You do not have to know mechanically the model. You just have to know that it is allowed to be put together. Okay? If you have some strange model which is not set in here, we have the bridge crane, one cross robot, the other one, then we have some custom which I don't know what are they. Then finally we have the linear parametric. Linear parametric is something I would really like you never to use unless you are good mechanical people, good mechatronics people, maybe, like me, because it is complex. This is what you should do if the mechanical structure is very hard and there is not one of these ones. Linear parametrics is just to allow the user to write the matrix of the motor joint transformation. Okay? Something like, how can I explain? I don't want to get inside the general Artenberg explanation or something like this. Just keep in mind that all the kinematics is made according to the mathematical model. And mathematical model is this one. A matrix. Motor to joint. Normally, a motor machine is 1, 1, 1. Okay? Motor 1 must join to 1, motor 2 must join to 2, motor 3 must join to 3. But keep in mind, for example, what we did, what I show you in the video of the Comau robot, the anthropomorphism with that leverage. To move this, I'm quite sure this one there is some 0 dot something. 0 dot, I don't know, 99, some number. This means that to move joint to 3, I have both motor 3 and motor 2. Okay? When you have a complex structure, you may write this here, but of course you need to know what to write. You need to know numbers. So your mechanical colleagues need to give you all these instructions. Or you need to be good mechatronics people and know this. Okay? How to convert how to define the kinematics of the robot according to each motor motion and according to each parameter. Okay? The gain of maybe the leverage, which of course could be different by one, and maybe motors may be different, drives may be different, reduction gears may be different. These numbers may be something very, very bad. So, if you have a complex structure, you use this. Otherwise, on today, and many times we say no problem. One motor, one joint. N motor, N joint, one by one. When you use your very, very nice, how can I say, maybe we have something related. Okay, when you have, for example, this one, okay, you know, this is your model, ER3A, correct? Yes. This is making the game of the Hanoi Tower. Your robot, guys, you have to know it by heart. This motor has got just a model 1 by 1. Motor 1, joint 1. Motor 2, joint 2. Motor 3, joint 3. Motor 4, joint 4. Then 5, then 6 in the tube. Okay? So, in this way, you just set no conversion. It's easy, okay? Now, you see, other thing that I show you in this video is what he is doing, pick and place motion, okay? If you program correctly the pick and place, the robot is able to perform it just to take the parameter change, okay? So, this is what I will try to do this morning, and what maybe you will be asked to do so soon. Okay, now is few moves and system is finished. Okay, you see, just changing the parameters of the pick and place, the motion is always some kind of square. Okay, with joint radius, something like this. Okay? Happiness. This is what I wanted you to see. In this way, no model, 1 by 1. Easy. Then the structure. The structure of the motor. The motor structure of this one. This is the joint Cartesian structure. So, today I say my motor is just Cartesian, like a laser machine. Okay? Nothing difficult. But we can have a Protomorphus of many models. Something strange, something very strange, cylindrical, Delta robot, okay, you know, Delta 2, Scara for the happiness of Eve here, okay, other Scara motion, other one, okay, we have a lot of different possibilities, already written in RPE. You just choose the structure, RPE makes all the model for you, no need for other stuff. And just, of course, keep in mind all the parameters here, the length of the arm. Today, Cartesian, no worries, we make this. Tool, I want to see a tool, references, nothing, options, this is enable emergency fast stop when power is falling, yeah, this is nice. Again, you have seen there is not the fast stop in the Moore state machine of this system, of RPE. Okay, I show you again. Yes, I would really like to show you again. If I go to operative mode, you see, there is no fast stop in here. Because the system makes a fast stop on its own. Here in the execution or manual mode, it's already handled by the system. This way, I want the fast stop done. I already set the timer. Fast stop timer 0.7. Okay? So, disable no. Move. Enable, yeah. Enable, yeah. So much stuff. I actually don't know which ones are nice. Definition, nothing interesting, don't worry. Yeah? Also? Do not abort part execution when missing power. I prefer to have it. I know you have this one enabled maybe. But for the sample of today, I just make it this. Okay? So, I use this way. These are some kind of options. Okay? Oh, one more you need to set something. Something more you need to set. Motor joint here. Here we set the parameters. Okay? End of stroke of the first axis. And lower. I say lower stroke is 0, upper stroke is 1 meter. Cartesian. Maximum speed, yeah. I want 100. Maximum acceleration, 1000. Maximum jerk, 10,000. Manual speed, manual acceleration, manual jerk. Okay. No, I want a little jerk. Yeah. Okay? Here we set all the parameters we set before, maximum parameters for the axis. And then zero cycle. This is the way the robot makes the zero cycle. We have many ways defined by user, only zero, or micro, some many things, end of stroke. But maybe we prepare on current position. This is what we do on our robots, on your robots. You put them in the zero position, you control that the notch is correct, okay? You have some reference in the robot, you know, okay? Some notch reference, you move them in jog. When they are good, you stop, and you set this is the zero, on position, okay? Again, I suggest the same. We just have the current position. This is the most how can I say, the most used in robot handling, okay? Like airport robot. So, we use this, the 3 quotes. Yeah, 0, it's nice. Then, number 3. Yeah, I want to set all the same stuff, but I absolutely have lower, 0. High, 1 meter. Speed, 100, acceleration, 1000, this one, 10,000. Then 20, 100, 100, 500. Zero cycle, current position, yes. Quote. This one is a quote of half a meter, okay, just because I like it. And this is number 1, I did number 3, I need number 2. Same boring stuff, don't be afraid. Lower stroke 0, upper 1000, maximum speed 100, 1000, 10,000. Again, same happy stuff. Okay? 0 cycle, on position. Parameters, yes, 0. Okay? This way I have set a lot of interesting parameters for motion. Others are here. Okay, these 2 windows are the most important ones. So in here, we have the Cartesian part. Maximum Cartesian speed. Yeah, I say, I don't know, 50 millimeters per second. Acceleration, 200. Maximum jerk, 1000. No more, 5000. Yes, I'm bad person. Speed, acceleration, jerk, yes, okay. I'm happy. This one. Yes, let me do this, but yes, let's make clever. More clever, this way. Okay, easy number. Speed, acceleration, jet. Okay. Yeah? Yes? Every axis has got its maximum. Yes, sir? Maximum speed, maximum speed, I think is John 1 or John 2, maximum speed. This is, so if one axis reaches the maximum speed, it limits. It maybe wants to go up, it doesn't, of course, it limits the speed to the maximum. And if it is a combined motion, all the other axes are limited in the same way to keep coherent with the motion. Otherwise, one axis is slowing down, the other one makes a different path, and it is wrong. If one axis reaches limitation in acceleration and in speed, all the system makes a slowdown to be always faithful to the path. Okay? Of course, Cartesian speed maximum and joint maximum speed, acceleration and jerk have got their values that may be different axis by axis according to the structure of the robot, and so some axes may have more limitation than others. This way, I repeat, all the system will slow down. Is it clear, this idea, this structure, how to parameterize the robot? Yes, guys? I hope so. So, could be nice. Let me just, this is the robot, this is it. If you want, we may have 10 minutes pause. Do you prefer? Yes, I see you. So, pause. Okay, so, Now, here we have again the structure of the robot. We have just to set motor joints and joint to Cartesian conversion and important parameters for the axis. And we have set the zero cycle on position. Okay. So, you may see that here we have three axes. And the same we have three here. The system gets the axis from the power set. So, first, as always, keep in mind that you have to create the axis. You create the power set. You set the three axes in here, in the power set axis. Then you create the axis group. You link to the power set, and automatically you have the axis listed here. Okay? So this is the way to do it, the correct order of things. The same we have done this morning. Okay? Good. So, now we have almost finished the structure, because we have the robot here. We have defined the structure and important parameters. We have defined the zero cycle. We have, of course, the power set, and we have the three axes. Actually, we also have the ethercast, happiness for us, even if it is just a sensor, and we are not going to use it. Okay? Now we make generate all. And we have this one. Okay, interesting. Everything well generated. Now, we may start writing a program. As I said before, today there is no rule, only the task. So we make a right click and we create a program. This is task 1. Description. This is the main task of system. Let's folder SA. Okay. And you create the task. The task, of course, does not exist. Do you want to create? Yes. Interesting. Then, of course, I need a new file. I need litereg. This is something we already know. Correct? We save this litereg.h3, all the files. Right. So, in the task, we will, as always, litereg.h3. Right? Okay. Now, in here, we have, in the litereg, we have one important register. Right? We have power request, power rec, which is R100.0. This is our request for power set. Okay? This is something we have already seen. I show you again in the power set request. Volatile integer register 100.0 on the edge. Okay. Right? This is what we need to keep in mind. Then, here, we have to start making our stuff. So, main loop, and here we have the main loop. For this purpose, today, we start looking at important functions. So, we could set the common product, but I set just as a comment because I want to make an easy sample on today. So, this is possible to have, but not now. Okay? Keep in mind, as always, if exists, there is a common prologue, there is a common epilogue. Okay? Then, we will have the mode handler. Okay? Or the mode change, better. Change. Almost we will use it for both. So, okay, let me make a little next small assembly. And then the alarm. Okay? As always. So, let's start from the alarm. This is the easy part. Okay, do you remember? We make easy one. Okay? In here we set if have reset alarms, we set the command alarm reset to all the alarms, then we set this one false. Okay? Otherwise it will request forever. Then we have the power set. PS channel reset false. I absolutely have no remember of this one. I remember the name. Then maybe I need to set a true here. But I'm not sure. Or maybe mask the pass. Now we see, as always, keep in mind when you do not remember something, go and see. Programming languages. Okay, power set name and mask. Great, happiness. Okay? And of course, at the beginning of everything, we have an init. Copy, we paste. Okay. In here, we say power enable equal to true. Do you remember? Power allowed. Power allowed true. And then we set the power set. PS power enable. Power 1 true. And the channel PS channel enable. How many are the axes? 3 axes. Now, people of Robox, please don't give the answer. All the others, which is the mask for 3 axes? Hexadecimal mask for 3 axes. 0x what? Okay, do you remember we have the hexadecimal code to define the axis? It is a bit mask. 1 bit per axis. We have 3 ones, so 1, 1, 1. What is the hexadecimal? 1, 1, 1. You are sure. 7, okay? Okay. When we say 0x111, sorry, in binary, 111 this way means 7, okay? So, 3 axes, 3 bits, 0x7. Or, if you prefer, of course, keep in mind that that is masked axis. You say everyone. Then, if there are some axes not related to the power set will not care. But, either you have the correct one, or you put all the ones. Okay? Then in here, last time, we set the rule structure and the rule enable. Did you remember? Yes, I hope so. Not this time, because we have no rules. Okay? Now we may just check something related to the axis group itself. Now, we said the axis group has got a feed rate. Okay? So, robot, the name of the axis group, dot feed rate. Let's start to make it easy. 1. Okay? Then we will maybe write a variable to update this. And so this makes me understand we will do something more. Okay. Then, let's look at the mode handler. Okay? This is very, very important function. The most important function. This one. Okay. So, in here we have the select of the operative mode. Last time we made a lot of stuff about the power test, if the power is okay, if the power is falling down. Do you remember? Or again with the whole hexadecimal master to see power going down for fast off and power not okay for the power off. This time, no. RPE has already got all of that stuff inside. It's automatically done. No more problems for us. RPE, keep in mind that it is made to make easy the programming for people who are dealing with robots. Okay? So, fast off, power off, already controlled by the system. We only need to see the operative mode. But this time we do not have a register. So, we have the robot operational mode. Okay? And when we will ask a new one, we will use the request mode. Okay? Keep in mind that part. Not write this one. If you want to set operative mode equal to 7, system, while compiling will say no, error, you can't. You may just request the mode, not set. The system sets the mode. User asks a permission. Okay? So, here we have the various phases. But the phases are the ones listed in the RPE. So, for your happiness, the operative mode is following these ways. Okay? These ones are keywords. You see, they are orange, pink, almost, according to graphics. Okay? They are important, ones already set. So, we don't need to do like the other time, the list cost in which we set all the words. RPE is faster, is already developed for that purpose. We take disable, missing, now I just made all of them, and we see disabled, missing power, manual, G-exec. Then let's copy and paste 08. Okay? Now we make a little sample of course, and we will see almost all of these modes. I repeat, almost, not all the ones like the other time. Okay? So, I absolutely don't care about some one thing here. Requested of starting mode is the requested mode. We will set this in our handling. So let's put here just like auxiliary, then we will write. If robot is disabled, I don't care. Okay, it's nothing I want to deal on today. Not today. If robot is passive, not today. Please, get out of my sight. Okay? Then, the other. If the robot has no power, again, I'm just doing nothing. Maybe I will ask an abort. Here, abort. This command is the first RPE command I showed you. Okay? As the last time I explained to you R3 commands for R3 programming, now we see R3 command related to RPE. They are its own private words. This one, for example, abort path. So path extension for abort. When we are in power off, if we have asked the robot to do a certain motion, we stop. It's power off, no more motion. We will then try to make something when we do it again, next time. Up to now, this one is stop all the motion. Stop all motion. Okay? because no power. Is it clear? In manual, we will ask for a certain function. We will use jog, okay? I hope you already know. When you have the CPU, you enable the ZML and you make jog. So, we will call a function, jog cmd function, okay? This is something we have to do, of course. In manual, we will do this. Then, we will set. We will ask to go back, because the question is, okay, I'm moving manual, but as always, if the selector is from manual to automatic, what does the system do? So, if not manual, and let's say R stop, which is always something we know, you remember, we change only if the system is stopped, we can request. So, robot request mode equal to execution. Okay? In manual, we use this function that we needed to write, of course. So now I just write the prototype in here. Function, this one. And function, this is nice, but we will write it suddenly to do. Okay, in manual, I use the manual function. If you take out the selector and axis are stop, now we will feed this axis stop, of course, we will request to go in execution. Okay? The axis stop is something that in RPE may be done in a different way than usual. But I see we need something more. So I see that the common prologue is needed today too. So I wanted to make something faster instead we make all the same stuff. No call, of course. Okay, in the common prologue we feed this one, okay? And we say, this one, actually, we said the last time, is action move 2 is equal to 0. Okay? If no axis is moving, it means they are stopped, right? Correct. Today I want to keep this commented and to introduce to you a different way RPE is good. Okay? Robot.status, yes, if I am able to write, it should be 2. Now we look for it. In the status, this one. Okay? If bit number 1 is true, it's end of execution. Okay? This means axes are stopped. Okay. So, this one means status.2. If this bit is enabled, axes are okay. A clever way, let's make something interesting, is to make the end of this. Oh. For example, on today I suggest this. Okay? Two conditions. We may choose one, we may choose the other. Let's put them. It's better. Okay? Of course, this one must be declared. And of course, this one is my start. I set 101.0. This is axis stop. Then I had also the alarm request. Again, other my task. 101.1 alarm request. Okay? Then, so we have this. If not manual, and of course, this one again is something else. Okay? This is manual request. Okay? If this one is not, okay, and active are stopped, I request it to go to execution. If I am in execution, the opposite. I will have a function, an automatic handler, okay, of some kind. I will write here, I say, yes, fantastic, function of this stuff. Then we will write something clever in here, to act in automatic, okay? But until this, we say, the opposite of this. We say, if I request the manual and actions are stopped, I request it to go to execution. Okay? So, let's say this way. Okay. No, sorry, not execution. What I'm saying, I want to go to manual. If the manual request and actions are stopped, I go to manual. Okay? Good. Now, also we go to zero wait. In zero wait we have nothing to do this way. Sometimes in zero wait you may look for some input, you may have your handling. It is up to you. Today, just to say, I have absolutely nothing to do. Put here, go to zero. Go and make the zero cycle. And since it is on position, we have nothing to check. Zero execute. Oh, here we check. If C0 done, because we don't know how long it will take to do. If C0 done, let's make better. R C0 done. I create this for myself, okay? Here, I set C0 done is when C0 done and something you need to tell me is equal to this, the same you need to tell me. Okay? So, now, apart from Robox people, on the others, what is the mark I need here to check that I have done the zero cycle to all the robots? It is the mark of all axes. And axes are again 3 ones. So, how much is the mark? Same as before. 7. Okay? All the axes are 7. I need, if I take the zero cycle, the C0 done mark, and I multiply this by bit by 7, if I have done correctly, then I have 7. Okay? This structure, R and mask and compared to itself, is the best way to check and mark inside the number. Okay, C0 done may have 32 axes. Maybe there are the bands, maybe there are something different. Okay, keep in mind the project of the Comau robot and the chain robot. I may have done already the zero cycle for the bands, but not of the robot. So I need to check. Is done the robot? No, only that mask I care about, not the other ones. On the contrary, when I look for the belt, I will say, if the belt doing the zero cycle, so if the mask of the belt already had the zero cycle, yes or no. So keep in mind that structure. Okay? If you want to do something clever, you may declare a mask. Not to, maybe you will need to change this. It will be nice to try to have a new file, save as all the files, we make delete const. Okay? It's good. In here, for example, on today, we declare the mask. Mass robot. The robot is 0x7. Okay? Control C and OK. I go here and I say zero cycle is done. Let's say our robot is zero done. Okay? Because again, I would really like to have not yet. Wait. Continue. I said it is good to write the mask, to put it there, okay, so we use the mask. Imagine on tomorrow you want to copy this sample to a new program of yours, but the robot is different. Instead of 3 axes, it is the ER20, okay, the effort ER20. How many axes have got the ER20, guys? Effort people, your model, your stuff. How many axes has got the ER20 robot? AR6. Okay? So, you will just go here and make the mask for 6 axes. Last question. How much is the mask for 6 axes? In hexadecimal? 6 axes means 6 bits set to 1. So what does it become in hexadecimal? Keep in mind, almost, yes, we have 6 axes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we use bits 4 by 4. So this is the way we have to convert. This is 3, this is X. Okay? If you have the 6-axis robot, you write 3X. Right? Well, today only 3 axes, only 7. I suggest you to review this part of electronics and informatics basics. It will be useful. Okay? Now, this one. Next. Okay. So, this one is robot 0 done. This one is done. So, when we have done this one, no wait. Okay, so if the 0 cycle is done, now we check 0 cycle is done, and again let's check axis stopped, then we do something. Okay? For example, again, we check this flag. If we have the manual request, okay, let's add it to the system. And we go to the to the execution. Okay, we have the 0 done. After the 0, we set 0 is done. After the stop, what does the robot now? If I choose manual, I go to manual, otherwise I go to execution. Okay? Manual no 0. Manual no 0 is almost the same as manual we have said. Okay? So let me take this and move it close to manual. They are similar. I start making copy and paste, then make a modification. Jog the command by shoe. I said it is again a manual, so we move jog. But if we have the switch which goes to execution, we can't go to execution since we have no the 0. So we go to the 0 wait. Correct? Maybe something we can do in here is wait and have start. Okay? For example, something interesting we can do. In the manual no zero, we can't go to execution because we have not the zero. I can't do a cycle. I can just go to the zero wait. In the zero wait, I press start to make the zero. This is just, how can I say, maybe not so useful in this case because it's a zero position and not a zero cycle. Anyway, it is good to check. Maybe a start button could be always good. Okay? For example. Questions about that? About this structure? Do you have any questions? No? Hopefully you are following almost the structure of the that mode. They are almost the same as the previous one. Always we follow the Moore FSM theory, so don't be afraid that it is always the same. Just the difference is that when we already have the operative mode, when we already have done the zeros, we can go to execution or manual. But while we have got no zeros and we have the manual no zero, we have to move in this way, waiting. Okay? We are just writing this same structure in the code, you see? Nothing new. We write almost this. We respect this one. So, we have made this, the task is not used today. So, no worries about this. Is it clear? Okay, the structure? Almost the same. Just the difference between the R3 is that here we ask the operating mode to the RPE, while in R3 we command operating mode equal to something. Then if I have made a mistake, I am stupid and I will make problems. Here RPE is protecting the system. So user just asks the change. Doesn't set it. The error action stop is again something I write because I want to be sure and I hope to be a good programmer. But if you don't, RPE should always wait for access to be stopped before changing the mode. Okay? So if you don't write this, it's bad, but maybe RPE will make it for you. Okay? Anyway, write it always. I suggest to do it. So we have seen the operating mode, we have seen all of this stuff. Now we can do something more. We can write these functions. Okay? Since we have made this, and we have made the handler of the mode, and so on. We have two functions, okay? The jog and the automatic. In jog, let's do something easy. We have these commands here. And here we also have the jog. Manual jog. If you remember, I said that this time we use these commands. In R3 we make, this one, okay? In R3 we use the move a jog to. Okay, did you remember that command? Okay? In R3 we use this one, and we set all the parameters. In here, this function is already inside the RPE. So, we just set Robox dot myjog axis1 equal to, how can I say, this is, we set this manual jog, but now you would like to know the direction. Okay, this is real. You see? It's a real value. So, we just set, easy way, R jog pos minus R jog neg 1, of course. Okay? Did you remember this? Okay? If we press arc of 1, we give +1. Okay? If we press arc of negative, 0, -1, so -1, so negative. Okay? This is the way to have a direction. And this is it. Then, easy. 2 and 3. This is 2, this is 3. Then I use all the power of this editor and I make vertical copy and paste. Okay? These are job commands. Now, I told you that I want to show you the use of the flags. We have the manual flag here. I want to use it. I want a new button, okay? We use the slow fast control, for example, okay? We need a bit to request. So, let's say, if rise, I want a monostable bit, like a button, okay? If rise of R slow request, okay? If so, we make the robot man flags, okay? I want the slow. Let's make this okay? Do you know what I have just written? I explain. I say, when I click that bit, I do this, which is to manflex, I set itself and I make XOR, the binary XOR command, mask bit of this. So, this one is the mask of the slow command. Okay. This means I use this mask to set that I want to move slow. It is the same, okay, to set this one dot 0, okay, because it is the first bit, you see, bit 0. This one equal to, let's say, not itself, okay? Each time I want to toggle. When I press, I change the state from 0 to 1. It's a toggle, okay? I make here a comment. Toggle operation on this bit. Okay? I can do in this way or in the other one. I find that this XOR is better because we could have a mask which may be of more than 1 bit. So we can't just set 1 bit. Now, actually, masks are made of 1 bit in this structure, you see. Just 1 bit, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But keep in mind that mask may be bigger. This is why I want you to be familiar with the handling of masks. In the same way, we use them for this, and for the power set. Okay, always the same. So, keep in mind that you need to review this part of informatics theory, if you don't remember it so much. The binary operation, AND, or not, and so on, you must know them, and you must know some part of hexadecimal code and change it from binary to hexadecimal, because masks are used to program in R3 and in RPE. You may do without them, but I find that your code will be very dumb. So please do a clever code, be clever people, review this part. Okay? So, this way, we press that button, we make toggle on that bit. Slow, fast, slow, fast. To know this, we have some bits which tells us that it is engaged. But the bit is itself, so we are lucky. And we say, in here, have LED, let's say, LED, how can we say, LED slow is equal to this one. This one is a LED. I will show as output, okay? Now I would really like to put at the other time output word, 10.0 and so on. But on today I just keep a bit. I put it here because I like to put it here, and I say this is 100.1. This is LED to LED on when motion is slow. Okay? Is it clear this part? Here I make the toggle of the bit, here I check. If it is true, I'm moving slow, so I will enable the LED. Okay? Almost this is all I want you to see now. Okay? Is it clear this part? It is just a jog control function. Questions about this? No? Everything clear? I hope. Everything clear or nothing clear? It is binary, of course. So I hope the first. This function makes just the jog. So use it. Then, of course, you say, but we need to declare this once, and of course we need. So, just go and make some friendly registers. Here, I absolutely don't want this one. Then we go down, we paste, we make a very nice list of them. We move, yes, this is 100.2.st. From 0. We move one by one. This is jog command axis. This one is plus, minus, minus, minus. Okay? Just declaring the bit. Then we have people knows order, so we put them here. Right? I hope to have declared everything. Now, this is the jog, and we have done. Now we move the automatic way. In the automatic way, we have the, how can I say, all the power of RPE in here. So, we can do almost two main things in here. First one is effect, some kind of move according to movements we would like, point by point. Like the sample like the video I showed you before, of the gray Comau robot, or of your very nice white effort robot. I want to do some motion, I want to do some movement, I make them in some kind of cycle. So, we need to set the point. The other possibility, instead, is to perform a task. The RPE itself means Robox Path Executor, which means that it is meant to reproduce the task, which could be read by external files. On today, I brought you this very nice metal foil. Okay, you see? This one is made thanks to a file written in G code. Okay? Many people, your mechanical colleagues, will write things in G code, will draw first things in SolidWorks, in CATIA, in AutoCAD, something like this. Then they created the CAM, the computer-aided manufacturing, and generated G code in which they perform the task used to set the figure, to make the path. This G code, for example, we have got a sample in here. I have got this one. I make the path in here. I have already copied and pasted this before, but I prefer to store it here. I want you to see, this is an example of G code. This is generated by CAM, so computer-aided manufacturing. From a drawing you make on AutoCAD, SolidWorks, something like this, you generate, not you of course, but the system is able to generate all these funny code. Okay? This one is executed but is possible to be read by RPE, and it is possible to execute. Now we start this. Then, after lunch of course, we will test and we will make the other possibility. So they move one by one, which is almost the same as R3 programming. We will control the move. But with RPE related commands. Okay? So, now, first question is, how could we manage the function here? How could we set two things? Since we have the auto handler, but we have both a path and we will have some motion for our family. I said, let's just introduce a little order and put again at the end, state machine. So we declare an auto state. Okay? And we make the select on this. Okay? This one, I want, for example, to be set to 0 sometimes. Here, this must be, let's call, I will declare this one. Okay? S null. I go here, and here we declare in the list constant. This is mass, and here we put the state of auto cycle. And I define state null 1. Okay? This means initial state, no motion. Okay? I define it on my own, and I say, when I am in power off, this is of course null. When I am in manual, when I go from manual to execute, I again reject. I start always from the null. Maybe null is not a great name. Let's start init. Okay? Maybe it's better, yes. Null is too similar to something better. Keep them on. Yeah. Okay? When I am in power off, I have to reset the cycle. Init. When I am in manual and I move to cycle, of course I will change again. Init again. Nothing in here, nothing in here. Oh, maybe in the 0 cycle too. After I do a 0 cycle, I will check, okay, I have just done the 0. I go to automatic. It's my first time, of course, I'm in init. Okay? So, let's go and write something. Hey, init. Then, of course, in the init we will set, for example, if we wanted to do the path. Okay? And they say, okay, if our request the path, let's go to some kind of other state in which we read the path. The state is state read the path. Okay? So I need to declare, and they say, okay, this one. Read path is number 10. Path read from a file. But again, we have a file. I showed you right now we have this one. Okay, we have one file we need to read. So that file must be inside the controller memory. So we go here and we create a new folder. You may choose the name you want. I like FC, for example. user folder, yes. In here, I make new file. I go to path, I take this one. But I want to rename location, alternative name. This is my path, I want to say. Description. This is the hot path. Okay? This way, the file has got its own name in C. Okay, the file is called MC. No, math. It's called math. But I want it to be loaded in SC like my path. Or better, my path dot MC. That's it be. Okay, no. I don't know. I don't care. Sorry. My path, it's nice. Okay? This is the path I am taking. So, I will be able to read the ISO code of this file from my program. I go, program, this task, sorry, this is, and it, of course. Then maybe we will make other stuff this afternoon. I say, to do the set request or let's say motion RPE motion, okay? But then this will be done today, and we will be maybe working out. Read the file. We have to read one file. So we set one string, because the file is one string. str address is equal to, and it is slash sc slash my path. Correct? Did I write something like this? Yes. This one is a string, so of course I need to take it out and to declare. Okay? You see? And then I need, of course, the outcome of the motion, like always, int the result, and then I say, okay, this is the structure. Result is here, load from ISO file. Look what a nice name. The path, now I absolutely do not remember what I should write, but I'm a clever person and I go and see in the manual. Okay? Here we have a name of the file, then the path. Okay. The name of the file, this one, and then the name of the path. This is path must be declared again. So keep in mind we have a path variable. Okay? Path RPE path. This is, I wrote this in orange because actually there is another keyword which is path, so I'm afraid. This RPE path is this one. Then the result you see from the function may have acknowledge okay or something different. If acknowledge is okay, I have read correctly. If result is different from acknowledge okay, we have done some problem. So this one is read path from ISO file, okay? The ISO file is the G-code written file, of course, okay? This one is the ISO file. If the result is different from acknowledge, very bad problem. Okay? We say, or better. Here I want to write. Okay? Then, here we say, if the result is different, we will set an alarm. Now, of course, we should say delete alarm and declare the alarm and so on and all the stuff we have already seen. I don't want it today. Yes. The time? Good question. Actually, don't know the time. But keep in mind that this is not blocking the system. The system will take its time to load the file. Meanwhile, there will be no problem. For example, there will be no task rule excessive length alarm or something like this. The system is reading, and when we are finished, we will tell us the acknowledge. So we will just wait. Another way we could use to understand when it's done is to see the state. As long as we are in here, we are reading. When we have read, here we check. This one is, let's create the X ready. Okay? In this way, we can set, for example, we are waiting, okay? And here we save. Here we say, this is ready, and we say, if start, as always, is rise. Start, we execute the task. Okay? Here, exec task. We have, again, I do not remember properly this one, the RPE, the task, the access group and the task. Here we say, which access group makes it? Because we make a more access group, more robots, and say, you do something else. We test which robot and which task. Okay? The execute part, again, it has got an execution, and again we see a result. We have sought again to check the result. This empty. So better in this way. Wait. Sorry. Let's make this. If rise starts, we change the state. We make something clever. We go to a do task. Okay? This way, we always have the correct case. In the case we move, then if result is less than 0, why didn't I write this? You see, problems. Okay, if it is lower than 0, we will set alarm set. Let's say 4002. And then, of course, we will set the auto, how can I say, we may set an error state. Okay? We set the error. We set it maybe here. Okay? And then we will set, here we say locked in here. And we just to make the PA abort. We have problems. PA abort path problem. Stay here and stay locked. Then the way to get out from here will be, let's say, for example, in the, if no alarm, okay, if ALN, okay, let's check just 1 second, I'm not sure of this. ALN, no, I want ALS. I'll present. Oh, nice. This variable. Permesso, get information, nel caso di un'altra in the task. So, if Alan present equal to 0, let's go back to init. Okay? What the hell? Okay? If Alan present, okay, when I go to error, I go to the error set and they lock. Then, after we have made the alarm reject and alarm present will be 0, I will go back to init. Okay? This. Yes, yes. A pause. Yes. It could be possible. In the sample of today, I have set, as you can see here, that if we go to power off, I do the abort in this way. Okay, this is in the sample of today. So if we go to power off, we are not going to start again and continue. But it is possible not to put this one too, and maybe yes, you can continue. So yes, it is possible. Not with this program, but it is possible. Okay? The file? Yes, you are in this. You could, so you can, but the way to do so should be maybe you just never abort. If you give power, you go back to execution, you should keep in mind this. Actually, we should test this, but I'm quite sure that if you never abort the path, if you never do this, you can keep doing the same path after the emergency, for example. So, this one, we said when we do the path, and of course I never brought all of these, what a shame. We have the read path, we have the ready path, then, okay, only these two. After the read, okay, this is 11, this is 12, okay, then of course we have the error. Let's declare, for example, 99 without ready state, path ready to be executed. This one is path under execution. Okay? So we test. We do the path, if the result is wrong, okay, we will go again to error, if something is wrong, otherwise we do the path. And we wait to finish the path, okay? So, if our access stops, this means we have done the path. Okay? This way, we have finished and we go back to init, I will say. Let's go back. Just. Okay? This one is. Okay. This one instead is L. Okay. This way, but what the hell? Okay, back. So, this one, they should be all good. Okay, this is okay, the structure. I made this test machine just to have a better way to control the robot. The robot gets here, reads the path, then here there is the read, then it is ready, we press start, we make the path. We terminate, we go back to init. Okay? So this is the way to do it. One of the things we could do before going to lunch is to set a permission to change the mode. For example, if I am in path execution, I may have some kind of stops inside. Imagine that the program is not well done, someone moves to manual. I needed to say, no, you go to manual only after the path is made, not before. You are not allowed to change during the path. I keep your request, but not during the path. So, we may set how can I say, an integer, a boolean, bool, then a change. Okay? This way is to force the system not to change the operating mode. When I do the start, I set the any change equal to true. When I go to this, I set the any change equal to false. So it is allowed. When I go to error, of course, error is allowed. So I need to go back to error. This way. I have nothing to do in here. And of course also in the init it's better. Let's write here. So it's useless to write here. Okay? I put true before doing the path. Then both error and init will take it out. Okay? Is it clear? Here is set true before creating the path. Then the path either ends correctly. So I go back to init and it's false. I put it to false again, or to error and I put here. So, in the mode change, when I ask from execute to manual, I need to have this and not this. Okay? If I deny the change, I will never change. I will stay in execution because I have still things to do. I have a path to complete. Then I will finish, then I will change it to manual. Okay? Questions about that part? No? You feel so hungry, yeah? Lunchtime. C'è fai ma? Okay. See you later. Okay, so now let's start again. We have written the path related to the path to make the host path. Now, for example, since I think we have almost everything to do a first good program, we need to test. I am not sure if I declared this one. In fact, I didn't. List this one, our new R1 is automatic cycle. Okay? Then we start trying to compile everything, or no, cancel, compile, let's see, oh, constant value expected, blah, 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 oh yes, I never include the list const in the name, of course. So this may be, of course, the list const. Let's save, let's compile. No, still something wrong. What's that? Oh yes. Robox status +2. What does it mean? Name of class expected. Okay, I'm not allowed to do so. Maybe something different I can do. Okay, robot status. And this one tells me I am not allowed to write in this way, so I don't care. I go just practice group, and I say this is the robot status. Status, no? Yes. Agent. Okay. Okay. This way should fix. Okay? I can set the dot 2 in here, and I set end to the mask again. So there's the compiler. Let's try again. Oh, we have, I see, error is low undefined. Yes. Typical. Move. Control C. Here is a command of mine. Oh yeah, it's a job. So put them together with this one. Low fast request. Okay, then 0 or member of class expected. Let's see. Oh yes, the same. Herman flags, and again let's put not sorry, and to this mask. So this means this one is not possible because would give the same error. Okay. Then error request path undefined. Okay. Error request path is something like that here. R101 path path execution request. Okay. Acknowledge okay. Oh, undefined symbol. Let me see. Acknowledge okay. Okay. Again, this one was the PL load from ISO file. Let's see. PE load from ISO file. Cut. Okay. This one is 0. Okay. So let's make it easy. This one is how can I say constant. RPE constant. It's not declared by default, so we say, okay, this one is 0. Right? Okay. So, this one is declared. So, okay. Now, I compile again. And, okay. Compiling, check it. So, compiling things done. Okay, it didn't tell me anything. Okay, it's compiled. Good. Now that it is compiled, we can start, as always, to debug. Okay? Now, to start debugging, just let's rebuild the project. I do a rebuild, because it's the first time I put a new project on the Flash. So inside there are so much other stuff. No, wait. I prefer to make something more. I generated the device image. I copy in a specific folder, which is this one. I automatically overwrite file. I do not open anything at the end. I generate. Great. Now I go here in Flash and we have our file. So this means that we take the Flash of our controller, I put in the Flash reader. It's better to do so. Okay, so let's destroy all of these useless stuff. So slow. So much. It could be destroyed. Okay, in here we have so much stuff I don't want to see. Okay, now let's go higher level, destroy this one too. I take all of them, Ctrl X, Ctrl V, and so I copy. Then we take in XX we need two ELF files, which are the files. One is of course the firmware of Robox, RPE, the operating system. The other one of course is RPE. Because to use RPE, of course, we need the RPE file. So, we move to my Robox shared common material, and here I have a lot of nice stuff. I prefer to use an old style RPE. So, RPE, let's take a nice one. Of course, G2. We are using RP1 controller, so G2 is the correct CPU. Then I want an RPE, but these ones are doing another new and very, very interesting, how can I say, other stuff. I prefer all the ones. Yes, I take this one. This, yes?
In our that is one I use is RSW for CSCS. What's the RSW for CSCS?
Actually, I have no idea of this file. You should check it and see. Is it in S?
Yes, SS.
Oh, wait, I come and see. Oh. Okay, so RSW is a software configuration. Yes, it is that is another file software configuration, but it's not something like storage. I really don't know the idea of using it.
Maybe because it is higher.
In here there must be a reason, so it is a software configuration, this is what I can tell you. But actually the idea, I don't know. We can see afterwards maybe that one and the keyboard too. Okay? What the three ones that are compulsory are hardware configuration, RPE and RPE. Okay, is it clear the difference? RPE is Robox time extended, if I remember well. It's the operating system, the base. Then RPE, because on today we work on RPE program. Okay? I take this out. What's that? Just Windows annoying me? Not enough. I take out Robox, yes. We put in controller and we start the funniest part of the lesson. So, debugging and seeing what actually happens here. Okay? Now, I do not want this stuff anymore. No. Now, of course, we need shell. I would really like to create a new one, but I'm a bad person. and I prefer to import an already existing one. You may do this. You may create a shell on your command, like I have done, and save it, export, and import again in other project. This way, you see, I call my shell, which I don't know what the hell is done here, okay? I attach the project, great, and I already have my fixed command set. With the short keys, you may set some interesting commands. I love this one. This is the list of the ones I'm used to have. I use it. In some samples, predefined ones of RPE, you will find some similar structures. Anyway, I suggest you to create your own one. Okay? Yes, take picture. Okay, so now I see that something is not working correctly. I call ALS and I say, yes, simulation active, I don't care. Oh yes, I know what's going on. That I have created the task, but I never generated again RPE. So if I go to the bottom, I see nothing in auto lots of programs. So this one is the G code. I now don't want to see. I generate again RPE. I look for it again, and now I see the load of the task 1. Because now system before was not able to know. Now I do a make, I update only FA, stop so much stuff, not this. Actually, yes, I suggest never to set this to in make, just to be able to do the make, to update things online, never to ask a reboot. But this time it's just a sample, I want it to be faster, I do it. Okay? Now let's see, system is rebooting. I would really like to put it in a way you see. Of course you have too many people, so either I see or you see, so it's a little different and difficult. Anyway, system is booting, and now we have the yellow mode blinking, okay, which means the system is started correctly. This is very important to have this one. And then we have again L8, but don't worry, L8 means again active emulation active, 0x7. Do you remember 0x7? What does it mean? Effort guys, what does it mean 0x7? This one. What does it mean? What's that? Why 7? Why not 8, 45? 3.14, why? It's because 0x7 is 3 bits. 7 in binary is 0, 1, 1, 1. 3 bits 1. That means 3 axes. So this 0x7 is, as always, the number of bits of all the 3 axes here that are emulated. So, system, even if it has got the Ethercat configuration here, is not looking for them, okay? You see that we said that the system will have the Ethercat with 3 very beautiful Robox EMD20 motors. But we are simulating, there is no motor on the table, okay? So, this is why. Now I just press ADV, advance, and I take out the alarm. Call ALS again, and no one is here. Good. Now in order to web simulate, we need something. First, I suggest to make a panel, a graphical panel. New object. Graphical panel. This is the panel, how can I say, the control panel. I create this one. I make it connected to the project. And I confirm. In here, like the other time, we set important things. For example, here we can set the operative mode of RPE. Last time we set our own operative mode, which was R1, the register R1. On today, instead, we do not have this anymore. Why? Because we have robot open mode. Do you see? This one is the operative mode. So here I set open mode. Here texture, but the top center. Then this will show us numbers. Okay? But actually now I see 1. What is 1? Maybe I don't remember. Maybe your customer will not remember. So it's better for us to make something easy. We see at this table the operative mode and we respect. Okay? I make it tiny just because of the window and I go here and I make the codes. They are very good to understand what's going on. If is equal to 0, this is disabled. Correct? Look at this, okay? Then, if it is number 1, it is missing power. Number 2 is manual. Number 3 is execution. Number 4 is 0 weight. 0 weight. Number 5 is 0 access. Number 6 is manual, no 0. Number 7 is disabled. Passive. Yeah, good. Passive. Okay, do you see? This way we will see something more easy to be understood, okay? You see? This way is easy. Now we still need to put something interesting for us, something to control the system. So let's go to this reg and see what we have done. So, for example, power request, of course, is something we need to control. I put monostable and I set just power request. Okay? Then we put another one. Something interesting. The slow request. Oh no, this is the LED. But we have the slow button. This one. This one I want this, no, again monostable. And here I just write slow, fast. We will test this and see speed according to this value, to this button, okay? But in order to have the feedback, we have set this one, the LED slow. So we set it here. This one, I don't want red because red means alarm, I put blue. Nice color. Text, nothing. Okay, I just make the LED, I make this move here, take them two, and I move here, so I will put something for manual. Okay? Then, something more we need. Auto state, this is nice to be read. We will need to understand in which state of the machine, of the automatic state machine we are. Keep in mind that it is very nice to know this state and to create a system with more states. If you have a problem with state 45, number 45 is better to be short, so it's easy to debug. If you make a big state, you will look inside and who knows where it will be the problem. Okay? So, think about this suggestion. I'm telling you something that I hope to be useful. We click this one, and then we set this one already seen. Air axis stop, I don't care. Reset alarm, yeah, this one may be very, very useful. Otherwise, we will always be full of alarm. Okay? This one, interesting. Then, air manual, yes, request the manual state. Okay? Disable, cost. It's a selector. Manual, automatic. Then, here we have C0 done. I don't care. Start. Yeah, this one is again an interesting button. Let's put monotable. Bright start. Then I have the request part. Yeah, this again is something we can put here. After request. Then we have all the jobs. So this is the easiest part we have already done last part. We put monotable jog. This is jog 1 plus. Then I make copy and paste. What the hell? Copy and paste, copy and paste, and we make jog pose 2, jog 2 plus, e jog 3 positive, jog 3 plus. Okay, then, nice copy and paste, and we have the negatives. This one I hope it is something very easy, okay? This one is 1 minus. Then I understand that it's easy to copy and paste from that one. Okay? This one is negative 2. Oh, since this system is not able to do so. And this one is negative 3. Okay? Then, yeah, let's reduce this part. Sometimes they are bad. Yeah, okay, okay. Manual is something related to this, low pass is something related to this. I am not just a programmer, but also an artist. I want to make a form. We make a very nice rectangle in here. We put priority to -1 to put it in the foreground, or in the background. And then we set a very nice color, yeah. Easy yellow. Okay. These ones instead are set here. We put all of these. We make it here. We make adapter to have a compact one. So now I take these and I make tidying up. Okay, this part I hope it's always the same we have already seen other times. Then since we are moving a robot, we really would like to see it moving. So, we look for a 3D panel. I call it a 3D robot. Oh, there must be a number 3. I'm not allowed to write a number. Interesting. Okay, no problem. Maybe robot 3D? Yeah, number is not allowed to be first. Okay, this one again, we put background. We want to save our eyes, so black. Then, grid, no grid, I don't care. Axis, yes, we need to know axis. And then, we set the Cartesian robot. Now you don't see it so much, but don't worry. Position 1 is robot dot QC1. Cartesian robot 2 QC2. Axis 3, QC3. Okay? This way we have set X, Y, and Z equal to Cartesian coordinates 1, 2, and 3, so X, Y, and Z of our Cartesian robot. And then, to understand more what's happening, we make the point strip. Okay? This one is a point strip we can make of mass points, more 500 points. And this one, just 2 millimeters. I want something really, really close. I take this, I move in this way, and now we will see. This element here we see is the robot. Since it is Cartesian, the system shows us just these 3 elements. Okay? If we want to see something more, we can put something different. Maybe a cone. Then we will see. Maybe it will be somewhere. I save the workspace because it's very nice to save things sometimes. I connect to my project, and I put a clever frequency, something that my eye will be happy to see, 60 Hz, like American frequency. Now, I put this, I take this down, even smaller, don't need to have too much stuff. And here, let's see what happens. Okay? We are emitting power. I ask for power. We are in 0 waves. Okay, it's up. And I suddenly go to execute. Because since it is emulated, the RPE firmware makes on its own the 0 cycle. Emulated RPE already has 0. No problem. And again, keep in mind that 0 is made on position. So now, I want to see robot dot QC 1,3 00500. What are these numbers? Why 00500? Why this? Do you know? Do you remember? Somewhere, it's not something made at random. We have somehow made this. How? Don't you remember? No? I make you see again. So, we go to the project, we go in the active group, we go to the motor joint, and here we see the 0 cycle. Okay? And here we set that axis 1 as the preset port 0, axis 2 as preset port 0, axis 3 as preset port 500. This is why now we have 00500. These are the numbers set, the quote set in the 0 cycle. Since it is the 0 cycle on position, when I press the start to get the 0 cycle, I suddenly impose the correct quote. This is the same as you do on your robots, the ER20, the ER3A. You put them in the position in which the 0 notch is coherent with the 0 notch, the other part of the joint, then you press the 0 position, and this is what happens. You set 0, 0, 0, 90 degrees, 0, 0. The same, 0 cycle on position. Okay? Suddenly made just setting the course. Now, here we have the robot. I would really like to see him again. Now we go to manual. And we may move. And see, I am moving manually the robot with J3 going down. Now, since this one is a Cartesian robot, joint. Oh, I see so much stuff here. But I see something that I don't like, and so I don't see my point strip. Where the hell is this one? This one. Oh, I never put position bad. Robot. QC1. Control C. Of course, the point strip is the motion made point by point. Now, we will see them. So, I move X. Positive X. You see that red element which is moving. This is the point strip, the trace of the robot. Okay? You see? This is a 3D trace of where the robot is moving. Now I would really like to understand something more about why they are so. Yes, here I have some more stuff. Yes, and yes again. Okay. Now, if we move the robot this direction, we will see that it is moving this way. So, yes, now, okay, you see in the 3D panel the robot moving. But you may ask yourself, what is QC I set here? while I set the robot position and point strip position, I set QC123, robot QC123. They are the Cartesian quotes of robot, okay? So, you have the joint quotes and the Cartesian quotes. The difference is that joints are just related to the position of the joint itself. Imagine in a rotary motor. For example, in the anthropomorphous robot you may deal with every day, you move the joint quotes in degrees, some other degrees of angle. But the Cartesian is the Cartesian point which moves on X, Y, and Z. So, Qj are the joint quotes, so the joint position. That actually are the ones we control with EP of our axis. When we set IP1, IP2, IP3 of the axis itself, they are the joint quotes. They are given to the joint quotes. Then the transform of the robot, the mathematical model we have made in all of these stuff, happy stuff in here, is converting them to Cartesian. Since we have the panel on which we see the robot in the 3D geometrical state, we just look at Cartesian for now. Of course, it could be very nice to do two joints for other ones. For example, for Scala, anthropomorphous, and so on, you will use the other ones, okay? So, joints, okay? But we will see this one. And now I can move this way, you see all the ways, just to make a certain path, and the red point strip is taking trace of what I have made. So many pieces. It will be very interesting for you to see them while we do the path. That is what we are going to do now. I stop manual, and I go to execution. Autostate equal to 1, which we remember this one, 1, init. Now I will want to ask the path. We should go to read, if we have error 99, if everything is good, 11. Okay? So, where is the path request? And did you see? It made 10 for a little time, and now it's 11. Okay, 10 for a little time because it was loading the ISO file. Do you remember the ISO file we have hidden here? Now everything is okay. 11, ready to move. Let's take again our panel and let's start. Now see, the robot moving to the position to begin. And now we would really like to see what the hell is going on. Now, the horse. Today we have, for everyone who didn't see it yet, the horse shape. This one, which is made in a G-pose, what the hell, yes, very, yeah, the horse is, you see, now I will zoom a little more. It's very tiny, yes, I know that. Okay, and unfortunately, you see, I said not enough point in the point strip. But now we do again, don't worry. We go in the point strip, I say, 2 maybe are not enough. Maybe 5, yes. 5 may be good. 500 seems okay, this should be enough for us. Let's start again. Okay, autostate, I want this one you see, should be monostable, I want only the right. So, request, 11, then start again. Now, the robot is again making the horse. Oh, it's terrible with this point strip. I will absolutely make something more, something better. Terrible. Yes, now, yes, we could at least understood what's going on. No. 2 were okay, and since I offer, yes, 1,000, I don't care. Yes, rich people, 1,000. Now, one last time to have the complete one, and then first request and start. Okay? Here you see the system, the RPE, has read the G code. Okay? We had on our file, has converted the G code in the Robox style of code, of path codes, and is executing this according to the parameters, the kinematic parameters we have set. Okay? This one is our very, very happiness. Nice. Okay? You see, the chat is this one. Okay, now it would be really nice to see something more, but we are clever people. And now we move manual. And as I said before, now I click this one, blow fast. I don't know where I am going. I try jog 1+. And then you see it's going rightwards. I don't want, I go leftwards. You see now it's slowly going. I take this out, now I'm okay, but now I can't because the minimum stroke is 0. And so we say, robot, min, stroke, there 1, let's go to minus so much. So, let's go, get out of my sight. Yes. And how about RP2? Again. So, now robot is outside, and we can see all the drawing. Okay, the point 3 we have made with the horse shape. Okay, this is the way. The file we have read in ISO code, so G code in here, is made by the system, is first converted to the Robox. That you may see in the documentation of RPE. Here we have somehow relevant path description. Yeah, we have this kind of stuff and this kind of language to describe the path. So when we read the ISO code, first we convert to this one, which is our Robox one. Then we compile this and we make the execution in RPE. Okay? Now, you see again the toggle of the feed. I click, done, I click and it took out. Okay? The G-code is stored in here. I create a user folder, XC, and I put it here inside my path, setting the name too. You see, the name of this one is my path. Actually, the real name of the file is MA, you see here, ma.mc. But I put in here, and I have called it with a username, which is my password. So, when I go to task 1 in the read path state, I set the address or the string of the address, which is /sc/my password. Okay? I load it from ISO file thanks to this PE command. I save it in my password, which is declared here, local path of the task, and so I can execute this in here. Is it clear, this idea, this structure? Okay? You see that system is done, everything is okay, at the end I go back to init. Yes, my joy, my happiness. Now, next part we have to do now is the motion.
on RPE using RPE command motion moves. Okay? So, the motions are just the move joint and the move cut. PE move joint, PE move cut. We use them to perform our motion. So now we may say, okay, very nice that the system is able to draw the horse, but I need to do something on my own, like a robot programming, for example, as the Hanoi Tower game I showed you before. Now I make you see again the video, so I will explain more in detail what's happening and what we are asked to do. We go here, and we do here again. Okay? The system has got only one cycle, which is made of 4 motions. Okay? It's a pick and place. You see? So we move the robot to pick, over pick, place, over place, and place. Every time we just give him the correct coordinates of the point, and we ask him to execute again. Okay, this is the structure, this is what the robot makes. We just change the point value, not the code of what the system is doing. Always the same motion, but different points. Now we are doing something like this, okay? We will take and create, maybe not a complete pick and place, just maybe a 2-step motion, and we will write the values. We write them, we make the system right. Okay? So, now, let's stop the video, let's move back in here, and let's make this one. So, if ride, oh, I still have the caps lock, terrible button. If ride of our request move, for example, I will go to another. I will take this, and I will go to the S, start move. Okay? This one is request for RPE motion. This one is I did the control C. What the hell? And this one is request for. Okay? Now, let's create this one. So, let's make something clever. Let's use comments. Our customers will be happy. Our colleagues more. Okay? We take this, and we say, this one is pass. And then, we go down, and here we do RPE move. Correct? We take this one, we go here, and we make a new case. Change this one. Okay, this way we want to reach a certain point. For example, I don't know where the system is when I press start. I could maybe have been manual, I could have just made it fast, I could have just switched it on after power off, I could be in any position. First, I go to a precise homing position, for example, okay? So, I want a fixed point to reach. I go here, and I declare point J, this is home, my initial point. Point J is a type of variable which is join. Okay? You may see it again in the RPE book. It says, he joins, no, it was R3, not this one. R3 language, we define, what the hell? Point J, I'm becoming too old. Point J, look for it. It's not here, great, so it will be RPE. point J. Okay. Point J is structured with all the QJ, which are the ones we need. Okay? So, in the init task, for example, we set where is this point. Home.qj1 equal to, don't know, 50. Okay? Then, .2.3, .2 is 50, 50. Okay, let's make this, for example. My position is 50 on all the three axes. This is the position, the home position I want to reach first. So, in here, move, join. This command is used to make motion in join. I don't want the robot to move Cartesian to this. So, from initial point to final point, I may do the row, connecting them. And this is the cut motion. I just want the robot to go there. Anyway, join. Easy. Every joint moves to that value. So, P move joint. We need to know this one. P move joint. We see such a big structure, yes. Again, so, very nice. Result equal to this. Active group, robot. Point, we just set is point home. Speed, acceleration, deceleration, jerk, and connection radius are set in some specific way. So, connection radius is the joint radius used to system to join a corner. If I have two motions, I should do the first, reach the end, stop, then start and make the second. But it is slow. Sometimes it's better to reach almost the end and start making a joint to the other one. This makes the moves very fast. See again the tower of Hanoi. This should be squared motion, okay? But instead, if you look widely, it's not. It's always doing round corners. All the corners are round, you see? It's not doing circular corner, it's always making a joint. This allows the system to go faster. And so, we just have to set the point in a clever way to allow the system to be fast. So, not point too close to the ground. You see, I move very high. This way, the path is not the shortest, but actually it's the fastest. And it is what we want. We want a fast path. Okay? Using this high motion, we may go very fast and use less time. So, for this, since it is joint motion, I set 0. I want no joint radius. I want to reach that directly. I put 1 just because I hated to put 0. Jerk. Jerk is a number which is set from 0 to 1. 0 jerk means that acceleration will be squared. 1 jerk means that speed profile will be an X. So always jerk. The acceleration profile will be a triangle. I want this to be, for example, 0.5. Some jerk. Then we have speed, acceleration, and deceleration. So deceleration we set to 0, which means copy the same of the acceleration. Okay, otherwise we may put a value. But these three values are from 0 to 1 because they are almost a percentage of the top speed of machine. You are not telling the machine moves at a certain degrees per second speed, but move at a certain percentage of your top speed. Okay? If you want to move in some fixed speed, you need to set it on a ratio. Speed desired ratio maximum speed. This is the best way. But on today, just let's say half and half. Okay? This one is a good way. I did this one, then let's see the result. If one is set, the execution is launched correctly, okay. If 0, motion could not be cued, oh, very sad. So, below than 1 is bad. So, if result less than 1, this is a problem. Alarm set. 4003 maybe, then we go to error state. Bad problem. Otherwise, we just increment our state to the next. This is start moves, this is wait home, okay? The wait home in here, we wait the robot to have finished. So, this is something we have already seen, but we already have the air axe stop. If air axe stop, we can go to, how can I say, sorry, if axes are not stopped, we break. Okay? We do nothing until axes are stopped. Then, let's say, let's call this way to start, it's better. Then, we say, if hard start, rise hard start, we start moving. So, we move the state to, for example, move 1. And of course, break. And here we set 2 moves. Case move 1, case move 2. Just to make an example, okay? In move 1, I want to move cut. Maybe some more moves. Okay? I want to say point Cartesian, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. Okay? Let's write this. Okay? These 4, I want to make a squared. Okay? A squared form. Easy. Control C. I go here. Let's call moves, just moves. And then we say 51 dot x equal to, let's say, 20. Keep in mind that point J works in point J dot Qj. Cartesian points, of course, they want x, y, and z. They are Cartesian. Keep in mind that difference. It is very important. I suggest you not to do the opposite. Okay? Joint points have joint coordinates. Cartesian points have got the Cartesian coordinates. So, point 1, for example, is this one. X, y, and z. Then, we set point 2, x, which is, I don't know, for example, 50, big, we want a big square, 200, yes, then, we want Y, we want Z. I never want to move Z, so I say 40 and 40, and this one, since it is a square, I want this. Then, let's make easy copy and paste. So, this one is X, this one is Y. Is it correct? 2020 no, this way, sorry. To make a square, I need to make this, okay? This should be, so, apart from Z that I never changed, 2020, 2200, 200, 200, 220, okay, they should be nice, okay? I set these points, and let's make them here. Then let's set the values. I just have set these points. I want to move. I want to move joint. For example, I wanted to move joint to PC1. It is a cart position, but I move joint. So the system makes a reverse calculation of the kinematics from cart to joint and moves there the pointer J. Okay? This is bad, but I just wanted to reach this. Then I will make all the others in Cartesian way. So, not joint, but cut. Okay? And here we set the joint radius. Okay? The joint radius I want RR joint radius. This is something we set in here. This and VRR, this is a parameter. 1. This is millimeter. Joint radius. We will see this. And VRR1, let's start from an easy value. 5 millimeters. Happiness. Okay? Let's go back. And here we set all the same. Let's see if there are no problems in the chart. Speed, acceleration, deceleration, jerk. Okay, everything the same. Chart. This one. Then chart number 3. Then chart number 4. And then we close the square, the chart number 1. Okay? Then, of course, we need just to check the errors. And we say, okay, if I have the error, this is for 1004. If I have an error, this is 405. You can see that it is very, very, very repetitive. We could create a function. Many times we create a function to do this. So to make it always in this way. If we have problems, we go to error. Otherwise, at the end, I go back. Print init. Okay? I will just wait the system. No, sorry, init. What does it make? Is not looking for stop this. So sorry. This is the moves. Let's make phase. Moves finish. Okay, so here I set the moves finish. And here we just want the robot to be stopped. If this one, yeah. If not action stop, nothing. And then we go to room. Right? Is it clear? As long as I'm moving, because here I launch the move, then I go to this. This is making the move, so I wait to have finished. After I finish, I go to room. Here, I hope it is clear for everyone. Now let's save, and of course now system will tell me, why didn't you declare them? RPE move, please, S move finish. Okay, then before this, we had the S move, declare. Then before this one, the S wait start. And the S start move. Let's call them 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay? This way we have given numbers to all the moves. Questions about that part? I hope it's clear, and that you are not sleeping too much. So, now we can try again. We compile. Oh, something is wrong. Unknown symbol. Very, very, very bad. What's wrong? 51, 2, of course, we did set a comma. See something. Error request move. Yes. This one is still to be declared. See. Request move. Control S. Lift red. Request password goes to him. Request move. 101. Maybe with parentheses better. This is RPE move request. Great. Then S wait home. What the hell is this? In the home, wait home. Oh yeah, wait start. Not wait home. Okay. I should have done everything. Let's compile again. Yeah. We are very, very lucky. Confirm. We go. Oh, illegal state. Yes, because I again set these very bad things here. Now, other things I need to do. Pass, no, the request move. I need to set here in the panel. Panel. Get it. Gain monostable. This is okay. Remove the requirement. Okay? Good. Now, since I think everything is done, I switch off and switch on again. Okay, system ready. Let's see again. ALS, all the same stuff. ADV, ALS, nothing to say. Oh, good. This one and the 3D one. Oh, yes. We have to see what's going on. Mr. Power, yeah, power. 0 way. Do it. Execute. Nice. I make. Most request. 22. Now see, the keys are moving. Now, is it waiting for start? Yes. Now it's making a square. Oh, you see? Yes, very, very slow. Terribly slow. Okay, have you seen? Now, I go to manual. I, for example, get out from here. And now, we can see again, our square is perfectly made. Okay? Did you see it? Is it clear, this part? This is almost what you can do with RPE. You have these commands, you move, you make this up motion, joint motion, or fast execution. This is what you are intended to do. Questions? Questions about that? No? Are you happy? Are you sleepy? So, if everything is okay, I think I have almost finished my course. But you don't instead. Now, for your happiness, I have a test for you. So